so I had to step away briefly. So you may have discussed this, but I do a fair number of webinars where I cannot see anybody but my PowerPoint slides of myself. And so it's like speaking into the void with no feedback or, if I tell a joke, I don't know if anyone thinks it's funny.
Yeah. Or if you have a PowerPoint presentation that no one sees, right?
Right. It happens. So any suggestions on just the right tone for that kind of thing when you have no eye contact with an audience?
Yeah. So when I was presenting for you guys, I didn't see anybody either. Okay, and that wasn't because of my technical error. That's because I had the setting off on Zoom where I didn't necessarily want to see myself. And I think a lot of presenters don't necessarily want to see themselves because that's actually not very normal. When you're presenting, you're not always looking at yourself while you're doing it. So, but the trick is, right, how do you feel like you're being received when you can't see reaction? It has to be in your mind. It has to be in your mind 100%. It's like when a stand-up comic rehearses their routine. They're not doing it in front of anybody first. They're doing it for themselves. They're doing it for people who've heard the jokes 1,000 times over. They're not getting laughs either. They're not getting or ahs either from the audience. They're not. It just doesn't happen. Similarly, you have to treat this as a comedy bit. Hey, you've done it 1,000 times. You can even schedule pauses in your presentation for that moment of levity that you inserted. So it's a mind game, Peter. It's a mind game. You have to put yourself in this frame of mind that you're not going to be able to interact with people the same way. It's just not. So just believe that they're responding the way they should. And that someone's going to say, by the way, your PowerPoint's not working, right? That someone will chime in and guide you back, right? If you don't sound good or you don't look good or something, someone will tell you, just like Vivian did for me. But you just have to trust that they have shown up, and your job is not to get concerned with that. Your job is to perform. Just perform. Do your bit. Do it, and do it the best way possible. So if you're doing it right, Peter, they will be laughing. And if they're not laughing now, they'll laugh later. What does it matter? You've done your job. You've made them react. And whether you can see that or not, I know there's like this self-edification feeling of it. Like, do they like this? If you've done your work, they will like it. Hope that makes you feel better.
Yeah. Well, and even if they're not laughing, at least I tried.
That's right.